Hi everyone, welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Phua from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Right, today we're going to talk about what are the risk factors of for stable angina. Okay, I'm gonna share a watch party on Facebook. So if you're here, please say hello. Hi, Veronica, how are you? Good morning. Nice to be with you too. So if you're on YouTube, please say hello too and give me a thumbs up. And please share this video, share this live video with your friend, family who suffer from angina. Thank you very much. Now, hi Eric, how are you? So we are going to talk about the risk factor for stable angina. Hi, happy day, how are you? So now we know the cause of stable angina, we know symptom of stable angina, right? Now we want to know what sort of people who suffer from stable angina. Yeah. So if you have the following, which I'm gonna name out one by one, conditions, then you are on risk for stable angina. Okay, number one, being overweight. Being overweight. Now, what causes overweight? Lack of exercise and eating a lot of junk, right? And with overweight, people are at risk for what? For high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. With high cholesterol and high blood sugar, that means that your blood is flowing slow in your body. Then when your blood flowing slowly, that means that your heart somehow, if you exercise, if you get physical activities or emotional, you get angry, all this thing, then your heart will pump harder and it needs much more blood flow to supply to the heart for oxygen. Then when this happens, then you wouldn't get enough oxygen to the blood. Then that's why it happened with stable angina. All right. So we talk about stable angina is the trigger is when you exercise and when you get emotional, and that happen. What are the others? Having a history of heart disease. Now, if you had heart attack before, previously, then your heart condition is not as good. So it is weaker. So it hasn't got enough power to pump the blood. Even pump the blood for itself. So yes, if you suffer from heart disease previously, then you may get angina. Like what sort of heart disease would be? Let's name a few. Coronary artery disease, right? And or heart infection. Heart infection. Now, what else? Well, some people are not overweight, but some people are overweight. Although with overweight or without overweight, you may suffer from high cholesterol. Yes, high cholesterol is one of the main factors, one of the main risk factors for angina. Again, that's because we know the high cholesterol when in the body is when in the blood when there are a lot of fat or high cholesterol, and it'll become plaque. And the plaque means that it can narrow the artery. The artery was that big, but it built plaque around that. It built plaque around it. Like this is how big is it gonna be, right? So it built plaque like this and build, and you can't see the hole is narrower. Okay, all right, and that happened with angina because less blood flow supply to the heart. And that we're talking about the artery that is supplying the blood flow to heart, and the heart keep pumping, and it needs oxygen from the blood, but it couldn't because of it hasn't got enough blood flow, right? Like if you're using one nose to breathe, and that's pretty okay at the moment, but if you close your nose like this, or even less, you'll find it, wow, difficult to breathe. Yeah, you need more breathing because you're narrowing the the hole in here of your nose. Similar, you get lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen go into your body, then you start feel uncomfortable, and that is actually totally the same idea of heart getting less oxygen, right? And high blood pressure. And what cause? Oh, we talked about high blood pressure before. High blood pressure is a symptom. It's not a disease, but there are a lot of other things can cause high blood pressure. High cholesterol is one of the big things that causing high blood pressure, right? Yeah. So when blood pressure is high, which means your artery spasm. When the artery spasm, and more pressure in the artery, so which means it narrows the artery as well, right? So same thing. Anything that narrows the artery, then it may cause angina. Having diabetes. Now, anything that will increase the thickness in your blood, anything will increase thickness in your blood, which means it increases thickness in the blood, and it decreases the flow of the artery, blood flow of the artery. Then that cause stable angina because that will cause less supply of the blood to the heart. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, this is how you link together. So you don't have to memorize this. Very hard for this. You know, those factors you need to know how to link together. Smoking, there's another one. Smoking. Why was smoking cause stable angina? Because smoking it causes less oxygen into your lung. Have you ever seen a smoking lung? The smoking lung is so black, so dirty. When it's so dirty, will you get enough oxygen? No. The lung head is so dirty, and all the dirty chemicals stuff from the smoking will go to your blood, and that causes the blood more thicker as well. A lot of chemicals in it, and anything that increases thickness in your blood, it slows down your blood flow. Once it slow down your blood flow, then it's not going to supply the full blood flow that it was for your heart, for your entire body. And that's what is causing stable angina. Not exercise enough, right? If you're not exercising, which means you're not training your heart to pump properly, right? So exercising, which is good, and because you're training your heart and your entire body muscle to contract properly and harder. Right? If you're not exercise in general, which means you're very easy to develop overweight, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, blood sugar, and with those, you're not exercising, sit there and eat and put you on weight. You gain weight easily. Okay. Now, apart from being overweight, having a history of heart disease, having high cholesterol, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, smoking, not exercise, and there are others too, like having large meal, or you eat too much, put you on weight, of course, you know. And high cholesterol from the diabetes is all from eating too much. One of the bigger reasons that excessive physical workout. Now, one is not exercising. The other one is too much exercise, overuse, over exercise. Because exercise it requires more blood to the entire body, and the heart needs to pump harder. When heart pump harder, the muscle of the blood need more blood flow for itself. Does it make sense? So it's more difficult. Now, another one we talked about, we mentioned about the other day, temperature. Extremely hot and cold weather. Extremely hot and cold weather can also trigger stable angina in some cases. I don't know about you know about that or not. In a lot of heart problem, they it lead to a heart attack in winter time, especially when they're having a shower. Especially when they're having a shower, because they're having hot shower and a lot of smoke, and they got too hot in there, and lack of oxygen, and that happened. This happened. People die in a bathroom. So in winter time, more cold, you need more pump of the blood. If you lack of oxygen of that happened. Okay, hot as well. If in the summer it's too hot, it's not good. Too cold in the winter is not good. Okay, now those are the factors, the risk factors for stable angina. I hope this sharing live video help you to understand about the factor. But to be honest, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and overweight, it can cause other issues too. So when you look at it here, well, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, overweight, what do they relate it to? They relate it to diet, lifestyle, apart from smoking and exercise. And they are related to our lifestyle too, right? So now we know the stable angina is actually come from lifestyle. When it comes from lifestyle, then as human, we can control it, we can manage it, and we can prevent it to happen. We can reverse it if you suffer from that. And that is possible. It's only matter whether you believe it or not, or and do you want to reverse it or not. Okay. Now tomorrow we're gonna talk about how is stable angina diagnosed. Then further on we're gonna talk about how is stable angina treated. We'll talk about lifestyle, we'll talk about medication, surgery. We're also going to talk about acupuncture, Chinese herb, and acupressure point. Right? Stay awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Stop here first.